Hello, this is Craig from bitsbox.co.uk. In this video we are looking at the November 2016 issue of White Dwarf magazine. So I've got it right here, it's literally just turned up in the post, so I haven't even opened it. But we will crack on with that right away. First, we have the stuff from the new Bone of Prospero box on the front, and we also have a free Grombrindle for White Dwarf for Warhammer Total War, so I think it's a little DLC code for him. So I'll crack open the magazine. Remove that. So yeah, we have a card on front. It's stuck on quite well with that typical sort of glue they use to stick stuff to magazines. So we also have a 20% off voucher. I might keep all that for the game itself, and we also have a code for Grombrindle. I'm sure we'll see loads of these floating around on trade sites and stuff. Not everyone will have use for them, but it's a pretty nice little freebie to have in the magazine, just while I get all this horrible glue stuff off the front. That's going to leave a horrible residue. It's the only thing I don't like about receiving free gifts, but we shouldn't know. So let's open up the magazine itself. So as usual, we have a little note from the editor and the White Dwarf team. And then we have contents. So we'll crack straight into this month's releases. So, of course, we have Prospero. A couple of the characters from Warhammer Quest Silver Tower look like they're going to be made separate to purchase. CITADEL ARTIFICER TINT set. So, it is the most radical paint set our CITADEL paint wizards have ever created, described by them as a chemistry set for experienced painters. It includes 10 high pigment colours in 3ml pots that can be added to other paints to change their colour. You only need a tiny amount to change the tone or hue of another paint, making them perfect for intricate blending work and smooth colour transitions. Turn to page 132 to see them in action. Okay, that's quite interesting. Have to read up more about them, and hopefully GW will release some videos at a later date, because they do sound very interesting. They do actually come with little spatula things rather than brushes as well, so interesting. Anyway, I just want to adjust this slightly. So there's a whole bit about Prospero bands. The board tiles look really nice actually. I'm really looking forward to getting my hands on that on Saturday. Model of the month is Gigor Fellhand from the Prospero box. And I think he's a fantastic model, personally, really nice. Sorry, there's a bit of a reflection. There we go. Tell you what I'll do. Bear with me, I'll just stick something under there so we can keep the page just a bit higher, so we don't get the glare. There we go. How about that? So yeah, really nice model, great detail, and it just shows how far they've come with their plastic sculpts over the years. So CITADEL battle mats. This one's already released, and there's just a little snippet of the corn one, which will be coming soon, I imagine. CITADEL repair tool. This is an interesting little thing. It's essentially a little version of a mold line remover and a little tube with some super glue inside. Essentially, if you're in the middle of a game down your store or wherever, you've got that little repair kit to repair your miniatures on the go. GW are really thinking of everything these days, aren't they? So yes, interesting. Okay, so in Planet Warhammer, continued, there's more of the new releases. We have the Haemotrope reactors, so a couple of little, I say little, they do actually look fairly large reactors to terrain piece for 40k. Probably pick them up look quite nice. The Mage Wrath Throne looks like it's been re-released, but without the giant skull things it's sitting on by the looks of it, unless it's going to come with them and they're not pictured, but I think it might just be the throne itself. And the Balewind Vortex is also making a return. Then we have a little bit just about Ahriman. And we also have coming up some bases, sort of base accessories for heroes and stuff, like Broken Lehman Rust Turret and barrels and pipes and stuff for 40k, and then there's an Age of Sigmar equivalent as well. So it's nice that GW are doing a lot more for bases. These are £20 sets, so hopefully we'll get a lot more than what's pictured here. We'll see. I should imagine so. I don't know if it says how many. Oh no, it's literally 8 bases, okay. So maybe a bit on the pricey side, but it's a nice variety, they look quite nice. It's the whole base as well, it's not just stuff to go on top of them, it is a whole base. So pretty nice. Might be something we'll stock in the future. So on the video game front, there's a little bit on Vermintide and Talisman. That's going to have Prospero themed downloadable content. I haven't tried out Vermintide yet, but it's something I'm quite interested in maybe having a go on at some point, especially now it's on consoles. And then we have releases for Black Library. A little bit on Forge World. And then we've got installs now, so these are stuff that's already been released. This is for Lord Veritent. And he does have his rules included in White Dwarf. An advert for Blood Bowl, so it's coming soon. I expect it to come out at some point towards the end of November. And we've got the readers' letters. So a little section here called A Tale of Four Keyboards, about Total War Warhammer. Unfortunately my computer doesn't run it. I have a very basic computer here, I'm afraid, but the game looks fantastic. Got a little bit about White Dwarf himself and how they made him for Total War. A section on Golden Demon. It's a fantastic Magus model. Another Magus there, and the Ulrich model, and I really do like the Ulrich model. I know it's not to everyone's taste, but I think the model itself is beautiful and it's painted, as you'd expect, to be fantastic in the Golden Demon article. We have this Children Praetor, a really nice effect on the purple armour. Next up we have Tale of Four Warlords. As you can see, there's a Maw Crusher now been included in the Destruction Army. So it looks like they're adding big beasts this month. So we have the big beastie there for Nurgle. Look really nice in the blues and the oranges, and it contrasts really well. So there's a Tree Lord Ancient from Sylvaneth, and a Terrorgeist in the Death Army. Then we have a little battle report as well. That's very cool. It's good to see these armies on the battlefield as well. So we have another article on Old White Dwarf. This one was from 1995, so way before I got into the hobby by a few years. Have a little bit on the very old diorama of Emperor and Horus, which I remember seeing from the very old 3rd edition Spaceman Codex. Very cool, of course. A lot different to how Forge World have done Horus and how we see him in the artworks these days, and hopefully one day we'll be able to recreate that through Forge World miniatures. They're really nice. The Space Marine Land Raider is in this month's Hall of Fame. I don't really have much for that reflection now, are we? I do apologise if there's a reflection on this page, just because I'm aware I'm filming, so wherever light comes in. And a little bit of the old Land Raiders as well. I'm not a massive fan of Land Raiders. I have a little section here on a load of the bigger box sets for like gift ideas for Christmas, and these sort of, you know, various sized box games are always really good for anyone looking to get into the hobby or buy stuff for people who are already into it. So we go back to Prospero bands, another section on that. So I won't go through these in too much detail, but you can see each unit's given a bit of a rundown. There's a little section here on the Sons of a Forge, which is a limited edition Horus Heresy book. So another guide to Comora, the Dark Eldar homeworld, or Dark City even. So it's nice to see a little section on Dark Eldar. They obviously haven't had any releases for quite a while, and I can't recall seeing much about them in these new White Dwarfs just yet, so that's quite nice. All the different weapons are similar to what we saw with the Gene Stealer cults in last month. It's sort of similar thing. Dark Eldar, so that's pretty cool. Quite a big section as well. And I believe we're going to have a fold out section coming out. So, this month's Army of the Month is a Bloodraven army, which is very cool. It looks like we might actually have some conversions in this one. So I'll open that out. But I'm just going to take just a very small break and I'll be back. For you guys that won't seem like anything, I just need to take just a quick break. And just like that, I am back. So I'm going to open up these pages. Of course I can't get it all in shot, but I'll try my best. So we actually have a list here of all the units in the army, and if we open it up we can really see, oh, scale of this army is incredible actually. I don't expect there to be so much. Once we go to this side we can start seeing knights and titans and all sorts. Wow, yeah. Massive Bloodraven army. As I said, there are a few conversions in there that I noticed on the front page. There's some nice honour guard here actually. Look really nice, making good use of Blood Angel bits, Dark Angel bits and all sorts. They look really good. Again, I apologise, this glare is just coming down the page. And as always, try and put them back in. So we have a few close-ups, both the Knights and the Warhammer Titan. So these features are really nice to sort of focus on some armies. It's nice to see, it's nice to see a different chapter for a change. You don't see a lot of Blood Ravens about really. Nice sort of converted up squad as well, using all dark robes and stuff. That's pretty cool. So yeah, probably my favourite army of the month so far. Just from what I can see off the bat, it really nice. Oh, and with even more, all the tanks lined up. Another squad sort of using Sanguinary Guard. We're like Max 6 helmets. Really nice. So a lot of Blood Angel stuff's been used in this army, and there's a close-up of the Honor Guard. That's a really nice squad. Like, really nice. So in the General's Almanac, a little series about Age of Sigmar. A little bit about narrative battles and a general's handbook. A little bit on list building. Then we have a battle report. So it's Iron Jaws versus Stormcast by the looks of it. And of course we can see the armies here, and there's a lovely piece of terrain in the background there. I wonder if that's just converted up, or whether it's something we might see in the future. It's quite nice. So really nice Iron Jaws army, using some ogres as well. I do want to add some ogres to my Iron Jaws as well, and some ad boys. A really nice large Stormcast army as well. So obviously I'm not going to read through the battle now, so yeah, and see the board's really nice actually. They probably have converted up some of these terrain pieces, but they just look really nice indeed. We've even got the Mage Wraith thrown in there as well. So yeah, and they have beautiful terrain boards. GW, as you should expect really. So yeah, I won't read through the battle report now, and I won't spoil who wins either. So I think I've got page just... there we go. So a little bit on armies on parade. So these, I assume, would be some of the parade boards from GWHQ, and we saw some last month, so we're seeing a few more now, and this one is easily my favourite so far, including if you include last month's as well. Really nice. I love this big terrain piece at the back. That's fantastic. Got some Grey Knights. Really nice. I quite like the Run and Dreadnought. It makes it look a lot more dynamic. And the power swords, the Hellblade sort of being used there. Really nice. The Goblin Town one, that's really good work on that one as well, and you've even got Gollum Frodo down the bottom. Yeah, that is really well done. Bright and colourful Tyranids board. I really could just look at that army on parade boards all day. They're always fantastic, aren't they? There's just so many. For all the people who've been posting ones up on Facebook, some of them are just so nice. Even these are obviously ones from GW, but even just us normal minions, we can certainly put out some really good display boards. But this one's I really like the colourful look on Tyranids. It must took an absolute age to paint all this and build it, but the end result was worth it. Certainly worth it. So Illuminations is all Prospero bands, and the artwork from Prospero bands is fantastic. I love this piece, and yes, there's some really nice artwork. There's always quite a lot of really nice Horus Heresy artwork. So it's nice to see a little section on all that. Some big pyramids of Prospero. So Battleground, I was talking about GW gaming tables earlier. This section is all about showcasing Battleground, and we've got this massive one using loads of the Dreadhold set. Kudos to whoever puts these together. I've only got one of them, and they are a bit of a nightmare to put together, and all that brass and skulls and stuff to paint, there's a lot of work, and a board like this would just take a lot of work. So, but again, the end result is just fantastic. There's a few close-ups, rivers of blood, etc. Everything you'd expect from Khorne terrain, really. There's loads of skulls and stuff. Really cool. More skulls. I don't know if they've used individual GW skulls or what, but if they have, they've used thousands on this board. Very nice. I know you can get like that Skull Road stuff from certain companies, but say GW probably just use all their own stuff. So some new rules. as you'd expect, with the Custodes and the Sisters of Silence coming out in the Prospero box, there's going to be rules for them in Horus Heresy and 40k as well, and that's what we have here. And it's set out nicely, just like how they're set out in the books for Horus Heresy. You've got Custodian Guard and Sentinel Guard. So essentially these are the ones with the spears, these are the ones with the blade and combat shield. The rules that I think might be up on the GW site could just be for their use in 40k, so these are like the 30k equivalents. So there might be a difference in points and stuff. That seems just to be for Custodians so far. We also have the Lord Veritant. I found his rules to be a little bit underwhelming, but they're quite... It depends if you come against a lot of wizards, I suppose, then he's actually really good. We also have a Contemptor Dreadnought for use in the Burn of Prospero game. So you can use him for each of your armies. Pretty nice. And I think there's an extra mission as well. A little bit on the Forge World Horus Heresy range. Of course, Lehman Russ has now recently been released. So, on to Sprues and Glue. So this is all about basin, sort of basin miniatures, so using bits of sprue, etc., and using the Citadel bases and the base accessories and green stuff. So it's all pretty basic stuff really for a lot of us, but really nice to see regardless. And Paint Splatter is looking at the texture paints. So you may have seen the video on these already on our channel. That just gives you little recipes for what you can do with the crackle paints to give them different effects and stuff. It's really nice. Quite like that, and the same with the texture paint, so that's really cool. You can get different nice looking effects and stuff. And of course you've got high quality pictures showing them off, so yeah, that's really good. And a little bit on just finishing touches and stuff, dry brushing, grass, etc. So here's the little section on the Fisher paints. I won't read into them now, but certainly something I want to look into later. But essentially, it seems more that you can change the colours of the paints without changing their properties too much. And just adding a little bit, you can create all sorts of effects. For example, adding some blues or purples to black can really make a very dark blue or purple, which is quite nice because you don't really get really dark colours in the GW range apart from really greys. So that's quite nice. I'll probably pick a set of them up and do a little video on them in the future. So the EAVY Metal Masterclass this month is all about painting robes and cloaks and stuff. So really, really great examples here of different types of robes and cloaks. And then there's obviously again the in-depth look at how they're painted. So it's got like a black back and a sort of red inside, so you sort of get a little bit on how to paint colours as well as black, so that's quite nice. Even got how to make them look quite worn as well. And you have a metal spotlight, you got some Thousand Suns from the new Prospero box. And then we've got the readers models, always really great models. And some fantastic stuff, I love that. That's really good. Very cool. A couple of the bigger models. The model of the month in the lovely Archean model. Certainly a model I will pick up in the future. They're really nice. And then there's lastly just a little bit on Warhammer World. And that White Dwarf going up the back. And then lastly it's the end of the bunker, so you know all these sort of end sections are always the same every week, and always nice pictures of miniatures and stuff. And a little bit on subscribe to White Dwarf. So it says next month, Blood Bowl is the first thing on there. After Prospero as well, so we'll see if there's anything there. So yeah, I would assume Blood Bowl would be the cover of the next month's issue. I'm almost certain now it's going to be released by the end of the month for anyone who's quite interested in that. So yeah, that was November's White Dwarf. So lots of cool stuff. Lots of stuff that hasn't actually been released yet as well, such as the new bases and the artificer paints, etc. So we'll be seeing them over the next couple of weeks, I'm sure. So thank you for watching this video. As always, you can subscribe to our channel to keep up to date with anything that we post. We've got more battle reports and such coming up soon as well. So, all that's left to say, as always, is thank you for watching this video, and I will see you all again very soon.